Hi, welcome back to my channel. I'm Mimi from Mimi's Paper Crafting, and today we are using file folders to make a journal. Now, did I come up with a plan? No, I did not. So we are winging it today. I don't know how many I'll need, so I have two here. I'm going to put one aside because I know I definitely need one. I'm going to get out my paper trimmer because I do know that I want it to be 4 by 6, so we're just gonna chop off, and then this is going to be right here. Okay, so this is a thing that I want. I don't know if you can see it, but most file folders have these lines here. I'm going to be using this as my natural spine, okay? So I'm going to cut from this here. You know what? Let me get a pencil and mark that line for you. So see that? That's where I'm going. The second line is here is these are our natural, is what I consider my natural spine. So I know I want to be 4 inches on one side. So I'm going to put this at, I almost like cut right there, not paying attention. I'm going to cut this off, and then this is 4 inches. Now from this side, I want it to be 4 inches, and then I want another 3/4 of an inch. And so I want it to be 6 3/4. And I will show you why in a second. So right there, we're just gonna move it over just a little bit in case I measured wrong. Okay. Now what I'm gonna do, if I can find my scoreboard, here it is. We're going to score. Now, I'm gonna score at the 4 inch and help out the score line, and same with, oh, it's a 3/4 of an inch. I did not know that. I just naturally assumed it was a 1/2 inch. So we're just gonna score there and there. So now we have this natural, you know. Okay, so here's 4 inch. No. Let's do it this way. I don't want to, oh, we'll go 2 inch. Here we go. And then we're going to go every mark on the scoreboard till we get to, okay, here's 7. This is 1, 2, 3, 4. Till we get to this, till we have 4 inch. So there we go. Okay. Let me flip it over and do it again. I want these score marks because I want to round it off. You'll see what I mean in a second if this works. If it doesn't work, you won't see this video. Okay, and then, okay, there we go. Now we can put the scoreboard away for now. And I need to dig out my bone folder. And when I say dig out, there was a bunch of stuff in front of it. Okay. So we're going to press down. There we go. And then this, we want to round it. Okay. So I just want to kind of fold on all the score lines. Sorry if you hear that. It's that time of year where there's weed whacking and grass cutting, and windows are open, and even though they shouldn't be. Okay, see there? It's kind of rounded. That's what I want. And the dog's barking. All right, let me pause until this is over. Hold on. Okay, while it was paused, I took the other piece, and it is smaller. That doesn't bother me. If it bothers you, cut another file folder, but I just used the extra piece. And I cut it to 4 inches from, I lost my pencil, not this line, but this middle line. So here's the lines once again. I cut 4 inches that way and then 6 inches this way. Okay? See that? Alright, that's what I did. And I want this to be a little thinner of a spine, which is why I cut it that way. So let's score. Okay, so we're going to score at 4 inches, and then I'm going to score at 2 inches. I want to make this a pocket, and then 6 inches. Okay, let's turn it. So we scored at 2 on the longest side here, 6, and then 6 and 3/8. Okay. And what I want to do with that is fold this up and make this a pocket. And then we're going to fold this score line and this score line, and that's going to go in here. Okay. In the middle of this one, it's going to go in here. And then what's going to happen is I'm going to put a signature in this one. Okay? Make sense? I hope so. So what I want to do before I attach this to this is I think I want to cover the back. I think I want to cover this part here. If I can cover it all the way across, I'm going to cover it all the way across. Let me erase these pencil marks. Okay, I think I'm using, hold on, I definitely need to pause now. I forgot to grab the paper. Okay, I think I want to use this vintage sewing theme kit. Let me flip through it real quick. It's from Etsy. I will link it below. If I forget, please remind me. I do forget things. So I'm going to use this kit, I believe. Though I think I want to print out one that I did not print out, which was a plain background. Like this background here. Or maybe even one of those. I don't know. But I'm going to print that out, and that's what I'm going to use. It's plenty big enough. So let me print that out, and I will be right back. Well, I'm not going to lie. Usually I'm not sitting and waiting for a printer to print, and that felt like it took forever. But I printed out these two. So now let's just figure out which one we want as the base. And then this one on this one. I don't know. I think I'm going to use the spools. Okay. Yes, I think I'm going to use the spools. Let's cut this down. Yes, I do not have a borderless printer. I used to. But my printer costs too much money to buy ink now, and I was like a little bit over. I don't want to have to pay that. It does no longer takes generic ink, and I don't want to have to pay a small fortune for ink, so I got an HP with the instant ink, which There are different levels. I don't know if you know that. There are different levels to the HP Instant Ink, and you pay for how many papers you print in a month. So, all right, let's cut this down to a little bit shy of 6 inches. And then, where am I? Here I am. And then we cut it down. Oh, to look at right at the tip. Right at the tip of that. Right there. Okay. So that should be right. Let's put this aside. Put this aside. And let's glue this down. Actually, you know what? I'm going to use, yes, glue. Here it is. Yes. So, I don't know what I want to do with this journal yet, but I just love this paper so much. I wanted to do something with it. And I figured, why not a journal, huh? Let's get this lined up. You don't have much of a chance with Barely Art. It sticks fast. Okay, see that? It sticks so fast. Let me get out my bigger scraper. There we go. Covers more surface area. Okay. And now we're going to fold on the scored lines to get our score back. And before we do anything, let's cover this. Do I have enough of that paper? Do we know what I did with that paper? Here it is. Oh yeah, I mean, it's good enough, right? So we're going to cover that, and we're going to cover the back, and then I want to sew it. It's a sewing journal. Why wouldn't I sew it? Which means I have to set up my sewing machine. My dream one day is to have a craft room where everything is set up for me all the time. But my worry is, and tell me if this is you, if you have a craft room, please tell me down below in the comments, do you leave it a pigsty when you're done, or do you clean up? Like, that's my fear. I could go to the basement. We have an entire basement that is finished that I could go to and make a craft room down there, but I'm afraid that if I do, A, the dog is so dependent on me, he's either going to bark the entire time I'm down there or not want to come down there with me and then, like, be a pain when I'm down there. So at least when I'm up here, he's okay. Or I'm going to leave it a pigsty. I'm just going to be like, oh, I'll clean up tomorrow. And then the next day, oh, I'll clean up tomorrow. And it'll never get cleaned up. At least in my room, I am forced to clean up. Tell me, please, down below. Do you have a craft room? Are you like that? Okay, let's find something for the cover. So this is the cover. What should we do? This one? What do you think? What do you think? I think this, or this one here. I don't know. I really wish I was live so you could help me. Not that one. This one. I think this one. Yes. Okay. So let's cut that. And then I can get out my sewing machine and sew it. Okay. Now, I think I'll cut off the top of the scissor. I don't want to cut any of that off. Like, that would be a lot to cut off. Let's see. Let's see how much of that I would cut off and lose. Let's cut that off here. And if that's at 6 inches, oh, you're cutting off most of that. Yeah, I'd rather cut off the scissor. Right? I mean, I'd rather cut off the scissor. So let's trim this. Okay. And then we're going to turn this to right about there. Trim that off. And then, I didn't measure that. I just lined it up, didn't I? Wrong piece. It's going to be one of those days, isn't it? Okay. So let's just line this up to where it needs to be cut. And where it needs to be cut is right at the 32. Okay, great. I love when something like that works out. Okay. Now we're going to glue this on. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. And then I will get out my sewing machine. Sew it. And actually, I guess I should cover the other one so I could sew everything all at once. I mean, that would be the smart thing, right? Nobody ever said I was smart. Just trying to line that up as best as I can, and I keep putting this away for some reason, and I don't know why. Okay. And then let's put this one on here right away. Now, my next question. To ink or not to ink? Because I think if I was going to ink, I would ink in pink. Yeah. I would ink in like a pink color. I don't know, the camera kind of washes it out, but this is definitely pink. Okay. I'm gonna press on these score lines again. And this one. Okay. And then this is our cover. And what I would do is punch a hole in here, put in an eyelet, and do a wraparound. Okay. So that's done. Let's cover this one. Now, I guess we'll use this. We only have to cover the inside. So we have to cover this, right? And part of this and this. So I'm going to cut it down to 6 inch. Or do we want this to be on the inside? I don't know yet. Let me stop and let me think, and then I'll cut the papers while I'm thinking. Okay, what I decided on was this to go here. And then we will close this into a pocket, and then this, which I believe was a belly band, go there. So let's do that. Okay. That way we're using up our scraps. Alright, put that there, and let's glue this down. Okay, glue that down and hold it till it catches. And then while I'm at it, let's just put glue on here. Okay. Alrighty. Glue on there. Okay. And then I'm going to put one of these in here and one on the outside. Now the back, I'm not sure about. Listen, this dog is driving me bonkers today. I don't know what he wants. He's been outside. Oh, that's upside down. Though I don't think it matters. I don't think anybody would realize it was upside down. Okay. And then put this one on the outside. If you can hear my kid cursing, I'm so very sorry. I don't think you can. I don't think you can, but in case you can, I'm very sorry. But he's an adult. He can curse if he wants to. I mean, I kind of curse like a drunken sailor. I'm just behaving myself for YouTube. Okay. I don't know what I want to do for back here. And why I don't know what I want to do is I kind of want to use up scraps. So I was kind of thinking of just doing something like this and using up these scraps. But then I was also thinking, well, maybe I want to put something on here like a flip or a bunch of pockets. You know what I mean? Like pocket, 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 pocket. So I think I'm going to leave this blank currently. And since I have to sew everything and dig my sewing machine out, I think this is going to be the end of this video. I'm already at 22 minutes. So what it'll look like is this will then get glued in here. So you'll have this that I can add pockets to and such. So yeah, I'm going to sew this. This will be the end of part 1. And I'm going to figure out what I want to do with that back and then sew. And I'll be back with you for a part 2. So thanks so much for being here. Please comment down below about craft rooms. Pretty please. I need to know. Now I'm super curious. And like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks so much. Have a great day.